I think the first thoughts that I had when I realized this is the last class was to say, I won't join the class because this can't be the last class. I'm not ready for it to end. Uh, and then I had to really tell myself that this is actually a beginning. This is just the starting of something. I remember when I started off, I had no time and I was rushing through everything. And I always used to say, I have full life, I have no time. And I think the the practice of slowing it all down when I just read that chapter and sync with the rhythm of life and spirit, that day just something changed, and I'm like, this is it. I'm not running anymore. And I'd borrow what Abhishek said. Nothing changed, but everything changed. Life is still the same. They've got so many curveballs being thrown at me from all angles, but there's just a centeredness that you have that doesn't go away, and you're able to deal with everything just the way it comes with its own beauty. And I think when you're not, you're just able to sit yourself down and think, okay, what is trying to happen here? Just listen. And then when you know what's happening, you're able to deal with it better, whether good, bad, ugly. You just know it is a part of the larger scheme of things. And I think this journey has been amazing in so many ways, and there have been ups and downs, and I've been extremely elated at the progress that one has made, and then sometimes felt that this is just not it. I'm not there, I'm not ready. And there's so many instances that I remember. I remember the time when I was almost about when taking cue from what Narayan had did. I actually had a call with Misha and said, you know what, I think I'm going to drop off. This is not something that I'm ready for, and I would not be able to do it. And then something happened, and that restored my faith in just continuing with this journey. And there are so many things that I've realized. I think I've just realized that, and through all the coaching sessions, because when you're a coachee, you have to really come up with something which is a part of you for a session. And thank you, Leon, for saying that. And unless the time you've achieved nirvana, there is always something. So I would never take no for an answer and say, okay, what are you not wanting to talk about? Let's talk about that. And in all of those sessions, I think what I realized was that either there was a healing that needed to happen, or there was something that I was fretting over or getting caught with the drama. And I would realize, but this doesn't even matter. What really matters is the transformation journey that you are on. And that is the real thing for you to think about and work on, but not anything else. And then just this, I mean, I've been spiritual for a long time, but I don't think I really knew the meaning of it, because this perfectionist in me really needed to get everything done in the best possible manner. And in that sense, I think foundation was great. Mastery was terrible. I've not done a single assignment. For all those who've had to submit a second recording, you have accompanied me, and we'll do it together. And it just killed me at one level, because in my head, I couldn't even think of myself as a coach, because a coach is someone who's a high on the pedestal, right? You've got to be perfect. And I realized that's not the case. And I realized this when I went outside. So when I spoke to some of my friends and, really created this space for them, I saw that maybe they've never been through a place where they've been in a conversation where they've not been judged. So again, recently I was talking to a friend of mine. I've known her for like 7-8 years, and we were doing a session together. And she started off by saying, I think everything is perfect. I have nothing for us to talk about. I'm like, okay, that is not in the book. How do I deal with this? And the place where we ended, and we were talking about coaching, and we realized that many people have not experienced this space where being matters, where there's a non-judgmental space for them to just be and reflect. And I think what I realize is, and I'm using the word realize a lot of times, is all of us collectively have been transformed, and what is transformed is our being. And there's so many people out there who are already touched by these sessions, whether it is our own families, whether it is people around us. I know my husband is a happier man because I fight a lot less with him. Like, just to quote an example, every time we would fight in a car and I drive and he doesn't, I would just unlock the car, and that kind of makes a dramatic sound, and he would step on and I say, you know what, get out of the car. So he would get out. And I mean, recently we were fighting again, but there was no fight. There was just this silence. And then, he calmed down as well, and we just went on with life. So a lot of people are touched by our beings, which have transformed or are transforming in this session. And I think there's just a gratitude that I have for Amrita and Leon and for everyone here for creating this space for all of us to be in this journey together. Yeah, and as I said, this is just the beginning. But thank you so much. I'm grateful, very grateful.